Hello students, welcome to the Rose Project, and this Rose Project conducted by Ray Shikshan Sanstha, Sadhguru Gadge Maharaj College, Karad. Myself, Hasbe SS, subject Physics, topic number 11, Magnetic Material. Magnetic Material, lecture number 3. And this lecture we discussed the first ferromagnetism, second one hysteresis, and last one permanent magnet and electromagnet. Last one classification of magnetic material is given ferromagnetism. The property of ferromagnetism is possesses magnetic moment similar to those in the paramagnetic material. Substance exhibits strong magnetic properties and can be become permanent magnets. Metals and rare earth such as iron, cobalt, nickel and some transition metal alloy exhibit the ferromagnetism. Domain theory of the ferromagnetism, and in ferromagnetism material there is a strong interactions called as exchange couples or the exchange interactions between neighboring magnetic dipole moments. Due to these interactions, small regions are formed in the which all the atoms have their magnetic moments aligned in the same direction. Such a region is called as a domain. The common direction of magnetic moment is called as a domain X. Domain size can be fraction of the millimeter. Domain theory. The boundaries between adjacent domain with a different origination of magnetic moment is called a domain wall. As shown in the figure here, unmagnetized A and magnetized B ferromagnetic material with the domains. In unmagnetized state, the domain X of different domains are oriented randomly, resulting in the net magnetic moment of the whole material to be zero, even if magnetic moment of individual domain are non-zero as shown in figure A. When an external magnetic field is applied, domains try to align themselves along the direction of the applied magnetic field. The number of domains aligned in that the direction increased as magnetic field is increased, and this is a process is referred as a flipping or domain rotation. When sufficiently high magnetic field is applied, all these domains together to form the gain domain as shown in figure B. In non-uniform magnetic field, ferromagnetic material tends to move from weaker part to the stronger part of the field. When the strong external field up is completed removed, it does not set a domain boundaries back to the origin position. The net magnetic moment is still non-zero, and ferromagnetic material is said to be retain magnetization, and such a material are used to preparing permanent magnet. Now, effect of temperature. Ferromagnetism depends upon the temperature. As the temperature of ferromagnetic material is increased, the domain structure started distorting because the exchange coupling between neighboring moment weakens, and the temperature at which the ferromagnetic material transfer into the paramagnetic substance is called as a Curie temperature of that the material. The relations between the magnetic susceptibility of material when it has acquired paramagnetic properties and temperature T is given by psi is equal to C by T minus Tc. As shown in a figure, effect of temperature, Curie temperature Tc of the some ferromagnetic material means psi versus the T. Look at here Tc is a point is a Curie temperature. That means this ferromagnetic material properties convert to the paramagnetic properties of material. Only of that this effect of temperature this provide to the Curie temperature of that and convert to the ferromagnetic material to the paramagnetic material for the providing Curie temperature here. The behavior of the ferromagnetic material when the place in the external magnetic field is quietly intersecting and informative, and this is known as hysteresis. It is non-linear and provide information of magnetic history of the sample. Let us consider unmagnetized ferromagnetic material in the form of a rod placed inside a solenoid. Let us consider an unmagnetized ferromagnetic material in the form of rod placed inside the solenoid. Knowing the value of psi of the material of the rod, m can be easily calculated from m is equal to psi h, and h is equal to b by mu 0 minus m. And last the lecture we discuss about that the equation. Also here present to graphical presentation of hysteresis cycle loop is a very importance of that the figure or the presentation of graph. This whole graph represents of the hysteresis cycle. The behavior of material as we take it through one cycle of magnetization at a point O in the graph, the material is in non-magnetized state. The strength of the external magnetic intensity each is increased, B also increased as shown by the dotted line, but increase in a non-linear. Near point A means that means given to the here saturation. The magnetic field is at its maximum. The value which is the saturation magnetization condition of the rod. This is represented to the completely alignment of the domain structure. If H is increased further by increasing current flow through the solenoid, there is no increase in a B. This process is not reversible at this stage. If current in the solenoid is reduced, the earlier path of the graph is not retraced. When H is equal to 0, okay, when H is equal to 0, we do not get B is equal to 0. And the value of B when H is equal to 0 is called retentivity. This is means some domain alignment is still retained. When the current in solenoid is increased in the reverse direction, okay, C in the graph is reached where B is equal to 0 at a certain value of H, and this is value of H is called as corrosivity. If the current is further increased in the reverse direction, B increased and again reached the saturation state point that D. Here F H is increased further, B does not increase from this point D onward. When H is reduced, B also reduced along the path. At this point E against H is equal to 0, but B is not 0. And the whole terms you discuss againly by summary and given to the presentation of next PPT, and is known as a hysteresis loop or called magnetization curve. Look at again some point and discuss the point of A, B, C, D and F. Intensity of magnetization I increase with the increasing in a H initially through the OA here. Look at the here OA non-linearly and reach the saturation at that A. When H is a decreased, H is a decreased means I also decrease, but it does not come to the it come to the zero at the H is equal to 0, and this OB is called as a attenuativity. To bring I is 0, okay, to bring I is equal to 0, that means OC here is called as a corrosivity. OC is called as a corrosivity. OB is called as a attenuativity. Here OC is called as a corrosivity. After reaching the saturation D, when the magnetizing force of reversed the core close to the point to the A complete a cycle, and this loop A B C D E F A is called as a hysteresis loop, and the area of the loop gives a loss of energy due to the cycle of magnetization and demagnetization and is dissipated in the form of the heat. It means domain structure is present but direction of magnetization is a reversed. The further increasing, again you discuss that the hysteresis loop and hysteresis cycle. Further increasing the current gives the curve on reaching point. Once loop is completed and this loop is called as a hysteresis loop, and the process taking magnetic material through the loop once is called as hysteresis cycle. Now next point discuss application of magnetic material, and given to first application here permanent magnet and electromagnet. Soft iron having larger permeability and small amount of retaining magnetization is used to make the electromagnets. When the current through the solenoid is switched off, the associated magnetic field effectively become a zero. Electromagnets are used in the corners to lift heavy load made of iron. Superconducting magnets are used to prepare very high magnetic field of the order of few Tesla. Permanent magnets are prepared by using hard ferromagnetics rod. Thank you so much.